Look, I made a granny square. Look that. Look that. See, I don't mind making them. I hate sewing them to things. Or sewing all of them together to make a blanket. Ain't gonna happen. Hello. Guess what? Guess what? We hit 10,000. Yeah, we did. I know it means absolutely nothing to you, but we did. And I'm excited that we hit like 5 numbers. And, you know, when you add them all up, there's 5. And that's kind of exciting. And I just wanted to thank y'all so much. And we need to celebrate, right? Yes, we do. Yes, we need to celebrate. I don't think we've done this in a little while. This is my Rose and Island glass because I have a feeling I'm going to be talking and saying weird things. And Rose is my spirit animal. And I got hot mouth. So there's ice in here. And our boy, Snoop, he's back. Which, this is weird though. This is a screw top now. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like feeling special with the cork with his face on it. But now it's a screw top. It's going to be fine. It's the same stuff, but I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. Does this make me feel classier or cheaper? Probably cheaper. And it's already like a $10 bottle of wine, but it's good wine. And those of y'all who have tried it, most of you have liked this. Cali Red. It's the best one, in my opinion. But I like reds. I don't like whites. But we haven't drunk the real deal Holyfield before noon, because it is before noon. 11:21 a.m. in a long time. So we're gonna drink today to celebrate 10,000 subscribers. The breakfast of champions. It's been a while since I've had that. That's good. Zach has been on a no drinking thing right now. Evidently it's a family affair. I have missed that. I really have. So thank y'all for 10,000 once more. Here's another reason to be grateful. That's Tater. Somebody's barking outside and Tater's joining in. My room be stanky right now because I have my wine, which doesn't stink. But I'm smelling that and his dog food, which is over here doing what it does because he has this condition. I can't remember the name of it, but a couple of y'all have helped me so much because y'all have had pets with this exact condition. And y'all hooked me up on this website where I can buy the medicine that he needs. So much cheaper. That's still Tater. He's wanting the dog food. He's very sad. He's very sad. He'll get it in a minute. But this medicine has to be put on his food and sit for 20 plus minutes for it to help digest the food so that he can then eat it and his body can digest it. Y'all, it's a thing. It is a whole thing. He is just sitting here staring at his food. He wants it so bad. So bad. Poor baby. I probably should put it out of this room, but then he's going to be crying at the door. I wanted to say thank you to the people who have helped me because before, the medicine that I was getting through my vet's office for 8 ounces was $400. It was so expensive. Not to mention the prescription diet that they have to be on for this thing. Y'all, I'm buying a car every month for my dogs. Every month. And that's another reason to drink. It's another one. Now, some of y'all have been here with me since way back in the ugly videos. And bless y'all. Bless y'all. Those of you who have stuck with me through whatever that was back in, what was that? 2022, 2020. I don't even know really the year. I don't know when it was, but it was back then, a few years. And oh my gosh, it was rough. Braces, bad lighting, bad music. Not to say my lighting is any better. I still have no idea what I'm doing. Zach has tried to fix my lights. I think I've screwed them up again. I don't know. I can't even look at thumbnails. I cannot go back. Not to say my thumbnails are any better because I hate making a thumbnail. As you've noticed, they all look exactly the same, though I'm calling that branding because I hate to make them. I hate them with all my being. But I do it because I'm supposed to do it, but I hate them. And back then, they was bad. And I don't want to look at them. And I'm not going to, nor am I going to watch any of those videos from 4 years ago. But I leave them up because everybody starts somewhere, and I figure if y'all are going to watch this ridiculousness, you might as well see how bad it was way back there. let's not talk about it anymore. I'm getting hives just thinking about it. And also during that time, I've gotten to know quite a few of you. I have wanted my channel to grow small on purpose. I have deliberately done things so that it doesn't grow fast. I have wanted to build a community. I never have wanted to go viral or get really huge and all of that, because I like having a small little community and I like knowing who you are. I do like to grow because as the channel makes more money, that helps me buy more things. And I do like to shop for crafts. Anything else really, not as much, but crafts. Yes, I do like to spend me some money on crafts, and I have to pay for a mailbox. So the YouTube does help me with that. The world is so hard and so scary, and there are just some bad things going on. We've got to find humor and safety somewhere, and I hope that my channel has provided that for some of you. And I'm so grateful for y'all giving me the opportunity to be in your lives and to hopefully make you smile each week when I can get a video up. None of us are going to get anything for this 10,000 other than if you're drinking, you can drink with me, and cheers. Thank you. Now let's move on, because I got to get this rolling. This is Thursday when I'm filming this, because yesterday there was stuff going on at my house. The day before that, my father-in-law was here. The day before that, something else was happening. Oh, I was getting ready for my father-in-law coming here, and then Zach was off the previous week. Was it that week? I don't know. Zach's been doing a lot of house stuff, and there's been a lot of house stuff going on, and being an adult is not fun, and it's expensive. I don't recommend it. If you can stay young, do that. If there's an elixir, drink that. And when they say buy a house, it'll be fun, you take that with caution. It's great, but it's also expensive. Also pets. Great, but expensive. Our dog Gus, who's my 14-year-old dachshund, he just had his annual. That was expensive. That was another car. Basically, I bought my dogs 2 cars this last month. I love them so much, but gosh, dog it. During all of this that's been going on, I have shopped and I've made things. And I'm kind of proud of myself because I haven't made anything with crochet in some time, it seems like, besides a ball. Specifically a beer ball, which was really, I love that beer ball. Now the first thing I'm going to show you is some shopping that I did, because Maggie, I think it's Maggie, what is Maggie's channel? I'll find it and I'll put it up here. And she has a beardy too, like my grandson PJ. And she also has turtles. I think she has a gecko, and then she just adopted a dog and then has, I think, 2 more dogs. She's an animal person and has a small farm, just like I do here. And she's my people's. Also, if any of y'all are doing a temperature blanket, go to Maggie's channel. She has put this website that was really cool that helps you plan a temperature blanket and stuff. It was really awesome. Maggie makes some really cute stuff. So I'll put a link to her channel down below. Plus, she's a teacher. Y'all know I'm just drawn to teacher people. They're just my people. We speak the same kind of language. But I really like her a whole bunch, and she got this book. And I was like, I need that book because I know who this is and I need it. And I believe they're Texan. If y'all are on Instagram or Facebook, I'm sure you've seen these guys, and it's the Sookie and Ivy Crochet Cute Dog Hats. This one that is Ivy, she passed away last year, which was so sad. Sookie now has a new brother named Enzo. So Sookie and Enzo now do the crochet hats. But I used to watch these two all the time, and I loved her crochet hats, and so she ended up compiling a book of them. And Maggie actually made one for her new foster dog. And I just think these are so cute. So I was like, what if Tater and Lolly and maybe Gus would let me? Gus doesn't put up with a lot. Gus is old. He is set in his ways. There's very little that Gus likes to do willingly. That's why you've never seen Gus in here. But this looks so cute, and I was like, I want it because I want it, and I like dogs and hats a lot. Then we can make more little videos of me trying to dress up my dogs and it failing miserably because my dogs don't dress up well. they don't do that well because they don't do that well. And we aren't good trainers. There's that too. Then the other book I got, it's actually been out a little while and I meant to get it, but I didn't get it, but I was getting this one and I thought I want to spend more. So I got it too. And also, I've told y'all I really love mushrooms, right? I really do. Like to eat, but I think they're so cute. And I keep wanting to make that like viral mushroom guy. I keep wanting to make him, but I haven't made him. But I have thought about it. And this book is another version of making a mushroom person thing. It is Crochet, Snails, and Mushroom Sprites by Megan Lapp, who has done quite a few books. I have this one, I have the Impkins. She has a dragons book, and there might be one more, let's see. Yeah, and a monster book that Tyrone was made from. I really like Megan's creativity, and these books are so neat because you kind of pick and choose what you like and you can make your creation what you want it to be. This is another one to sit on my shelf and take up space and maybe be open one day. When? We don't know. But I have it just in case. And I'm going to put it over here where my books that I should open soon go. Now the other thing I did was also crochet related, but hold on, I need a sip. And now this one I need to explain a little bit. This is for my mom, and my mom is an avid talking book person, or what sighted people call audiobooks. And y'all need to think in blind person if you're an audiobook person. Audiobooks exist because of blind people. They've been around a long time, but it hasn't been until sighted people started listening to them a whole bunch that blind people were able to get the most current books that were out. They would have to hire special people through the National Library Service, which is in Washington. It's a federal agency. They would hire readers who would read books, and they're put in a special format that nobody else can read unless you are blind or visually impaired and have a specific player that can read these books. They used to be record players, and then they moved to cassette tapes. You had to have a special tape player that only played these tapes because they were four-sided cassette tapes. And there weren't any other cassette readers that could do that. You had to do it through the National Library Service. And they did that so that people weren't hijacking the books and stuff, or people weren't listening to the books who didn't have a visual impairment and abusing the service. Now that sighted people are reading the books, they can get the books at the same time, which kind of tells you something about things where disability services lie in some regard, which is sad. But it's a good thing that now there's more access for the blind and visually impaired to get books so much more easily than it used to be. Now the majority of the books are digital, but you still have to have a special key and a machine to be able to read their books that are downloaded from their digital library. You can't read any other books besides theirs unless you have a special kind of device that allows you to download other materials. It's very complicated. They make it very hard, and it's hard for sighted people and it's hard for blind people, and it's expensive. The players that are sent out by the National Library Service are free. Those work great, but they're big. They're not small. They just put out a new player that's a whole lot better. It's still very large and clunky, and most blind people are on the go most of the time, and so something smaller is better. They can buy smaller devices that can accept the keys for these types of books through other companies that make devices for the blind and visually impaired. Does all that make sense? Are you following me? So my mother has had several of these, and they are expensive. If anybody ever tells you that being disabled is easy and cheap, that's a lie. That's a lie. It's a lie. It is expensive to be disabled. This is what the device looks like. This isn't the one she's using right now. This is actually an old version, but this is basically what it looks like. It's a keypad and it has little buttons. They've made this really hard. You have to scroll through all these menus. You have to know all these little things to be able to access books and stuff. Blind people appreciate this and everything, but this could be made so much easier. As a sighted person trying to help a blind person who's elderly, these things are rough to figure out how to use. And also, the speakers in these aren't great. You can connect Bluetooth headphones to them, and she has Bluetooth, but my mother has so much trouble with her hands, she can't always plug in her Bluetooth headphones and she doesn't remember, and it's a whole thing. My mother has cords all around her to charge so many things. The Bluetooth never works out, so she has to put this on her shoulder so she can hear it because this is her best ear. So she gets real tired and she gets a crick in her neck. So I made her this thing, and I've made her another one that's more wintry because it's really heavy. But basically she wears it like this, and I've put buttons on here so that she knows the front side versus the back side. Look, I made a granny square. Look at that. Look at that. See, I don't mind making them. I hate sewing them to things, or sewing all of them together to make a blanket. Ain't gonna happen. I can make a few though and be just fine. And here's my few, and it's 2. And I've made little pockets here. And then she puts her player in here, and she can listen this way, and she's not having to worry about a crick in her neck. And then she can walk and not have something she's holding in her hand and have issues getting around in her room, because y'all, she has issues getting around in her room because her mobility is so bad right now. Whatever's going on in her little brain, her spatial awareness is just gone. It is just gone. Her having her hands free is important. Anybody else hot? I'm hot. So I turned on my fan, so I'm sorry you're gonna hear the click, 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 click. I apologize, but y'all, I'm hot. I need a drink, which is gonna make me hotter. She can take her home phone, because she's sitting in her chair most of the time, her home phone, and she sets it right here, and then she also has her cell phone, and she can put it right here and talk to Siri, because she has an Apple, and she can talk to Siri and hear it real good. Isn't that sweet? I did this. I made this. I made it up. See, this stitch is called the Trinity stitch. I don't remember how it goes today, but when I made it, it was pretty easy. I don't remember how you do it now, though. But it's a real pretty stitch. I really liked it. And it's kind of like a half star stitch, basically, is what it is. This is, what is this material? This is cotton, because I figured a natural fiber would be less irritating on her neck. And this is Dishy. That's what it is, my Brava Dishy cotton. And I think it turned out real cute. I was real proud of myself. I would like kudos. You can put them down below. Tell me, yay, Cindy, you made something with your yarn. Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited too. And because I was cleaning out this room and looking at all my yarn, it made me get the hankering to make a blanket. I know I have 2 that aren't finished. I know that. I want to talk about it, but I wanted to make another one that wasn't those, that I didn't have to really think real hard on. And it's one that I've made before. And it's the Riverbed blanket by... Who's it by? Who's it by? I have it right here. It is by CJ Design. Like I said, I've made this before, and it was my beach crevasse blanket is what I called it. I will put a link to that video if you want to know why it was special. And I really like that one. I did it with Stylecraft yarn, and that's a DK. It works up beautifully, but y'all, DK takes a long time. DK takes such a long time to build up, but the way it lays and stuff is beautiful. DK is wonderful for like flow and wonderful for that. But y'all, it takes forever to build up, especially in a blanket. Took a long time. And I was like, I want to use up my DK, but I don't want it to take that long, and I didn't want to double my DK because I didn't have enough colors to be able to do that. And it wasn't going to work until I didn't do that. Instead, I took some of my Premier Basic yarn, which was huge. These huge things, these huge skeins. And I'm hoping I have enough to finish this blanket, because look, y'all, these be big. These are big skeins. They are very hefty skeins. But I really do like this yarn. It's nice and thick. It says it's a worsted. I would almost call this a bulky. It is thick. It is a thick yarn, but it is very nice to work with if you have hands that don't like really thin yarn, which I have hands that don't like really thin yarn. It's coming along. I got quite a bit done yesterday, and I think it's going to be real pretty. Unfortunately, these colors, I didn't plan to go together, but they went together, and it's looking cute. It's a 5-row repeat, and it's basically a block stitch and granny stitch. That's all it is. And then you change your colors every 3 rows. She gives you a color chart, which colors you change to and stuff. It's just nice and easy. She also has a video. I'll be sure and link everything. It's a wonderful, monotonous kind of blanket to make. That's why I enjoyed it so much the first time. And it wasn't just like a plain granny strap blanket, because I didn't want a plain granny strap, and I wanted somebody to tell me how to do my colors, because I struggle with how to do my colors, and this pattern does that. So I highly recommend this if y'all have never tried this blanket. It's a really nice one to do, and I'm excited that I started something. Maybe I'm gonna finish it. Keep cheering me on. Keep telling me, Cindy, go, go, go. You can do this. That's the last of my crochet things that I've made, but it's more than I've had previous videos, so I think that's really good. The next thing I was going to show you is how far I've come along on my Alice in Wonderland diamond painting. This is going to take a little while. This is a really big painting, and I'm trying to do this first thing in the morning and in the evening when we're watching TV, and then I do my blanket during the day. So I'm trying to alternate it that way. Here's part of what I've done. I've gotten this. I'm going to work on this tonight. No, I'm working on this square tonight, and then I'll move down here. And I'm not a person that goes in order. I flip and flop and go all over the canvas. I don't go in order. I go with which way the wind blows and how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling like color blocky stuff, I do that. If I don't want to do that, or if I don't want to do black, I do ones that aren't that. I just pick and choose. Every day is different because, you know, I'm a different person every day. By that I mean my moods. My moods just go in many different ways. If you were in the perimenopause, you probably know what I'm talking about. And then I finished these 2 rows on this side. So, and I have the rest of that to do. That's a lot. But this middle part looks fairly color blocky, so I don't think that'll take me too long. And if I'm on a roll and nobody's asking anything of me, I can get a lot done. I'm pretty fast, y'all. Not to brag, but I'm pretty fast. This video is a lot of me telling y'all how great I am. I'm sorry. I don't really think that a whole lot. I'm just proud when I do stuff. That's more what I'm trying to say to you, is that, yay, I did something and it's almost gonna be finished. That's more of where I'm going, not like, Cindy, you are amazing, though I do say that a lot to y'all too. So maybe I am, maybe I'm conceited, I don't know. And lastly, this summer, probably June-ish, will be my 100th video. What? I can't believe there's been that many. My little thing where it talks about videos says it's over 100. That includes shorts. I don't include shorts in my main videos. My main videos, there will be 100 in June. That's amazing. That's amazing that I've edited that many things and I've forgotten most of them. I'm pretty proud. In between now and then, I am going to try to learn how to do a live. That's scary to me. I don't know why. Mostly it's because I can't use my own computer, because that's not a laptop. It's not really portable, and it's not in a good area to be able to do this, I don't think. And I'll have Zach look and have him help me, because he understands how to do things. I don't know how to do that, but he does. So I'll have him try to figure out a setup. But I am wanting to do a live video for my 100th video. But I was hoping to do like a Q&A and maybe whatever else people do on lives. I've really never watched lives, so I don't know. If you were a live watcher, tell me, what do people do in lives? Because I don't know. Other than I know I'm watching a chat that goes by real fast, and we're going to try to talk and stuff. I know that happens. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know what to do, because y'all, I'm really one of the most boring people in real life. I am so boring. So trying to entertain people on a computer in real life, I don't know. I don't know. But I am going to try to do that. The other thing about doing a live is what will come out of my mouth. That's why I really have to edit my videos, is because of what comes out of my mouth. We don't know. I don't script anything. I just have an idea of what I'm gonna do, and then I just go with it. What comes out of my mouth is never planned. It's never planned. Ever planned. It's just the way I talk. I need to be ready for if there's blowback with what falls out of here. So if you have questions that you want me to answer for that video, please start thinking about them. You can email them or put them in a comment or something, and I can try to answer them. Thank y'all again so much for 10,000 subscribers. I am so grateful to you all and thankful to have you in my world and for you sharing yours with me. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time here on the Rumi Mill. Bye.